These planned changes really shift the responsibility from the banks to the responsibility of the borrowers, if you like. Jason Falinski, isn't there a concern now, though, that the banks are going to aggressively push credit onto some people that can't afford to take it?
Catherine, absolutely not. I mean, these laws are a disgrace. They have hurt consumers. They have entrenched the position of the big four banks in Australia. They have stopped smaller providers and new banks and fintechs coming into the marketplace. They have done irreparable damage to the Australian economy. They've stopped young people from being able to afford their first home. As the Hayne Royal Commission showed, after 7 years of these laws being in operation, it made absolutely no difference to consumer protection. They were appalling, they were restrictive, they did enormous damage. And it was, of course, they were created under this idiotic premise that somehow the financial crisis in 2008, which originated with loose lending laws in the United States, that somehow instituting credit laws in Australia would impact US banks in the United States. All we've done is hurt the most vulnerable Australians, people trying to get on with their lives in Australia for no discernible public interest outcome. And as I repeat, the Hayne Royal Commission demonstrated conclusively that these laws didn't work. They just made the situation worse. The only regret I have about repealing these laws is the fact that we didn't do it a lot sooner.
Well, so if I can ask the motivations behind it, because the Treasurer, Jason Falinski, said that the changes are designed to increase the flow of credit to households and businesses. Where is the evidence that there is a problem with credit flow? I mean, we had the Commonwealth Bank recently saying that the flow of credit is above pre-COVID levels and that lending is growing at a strong pace.
Catherine, but of course the Commonwealth Bank is going to say that. These laws benefit the Commonwealth Bank. These laws benefit the big four banks in Australia.
So there is a credit flow issue?
What they do is they stop smaller credit providers coming into the marketplace and providing competition and providing better credit products to Australian consumers and to people who are trying to buy their first home and Australian businesses who are trying to get ahead. Of course the big four banks are opposed to repealing these laws. We have Matt Coman in front of the Economics Committee just 2 weeks ago saying, oh, look, you know, if you're willing to invest in IT systems and you've got the consumer data, which of course they have, how many startups, how many fintechs have $1 billion to spend on IT systems? How many fintechs have, 30, 40, 50 years of consumer data that they can apply to machine learning? These laws have done nothing to protect consumers and done everything to hurt the Australian economy, hurt people who are trying to get ahead, hurt businesses that are trying to expand. I mean, I just put it on people. When you are supporting these restrictive lending laws, all you are doing is supporting the very vested interests that you claim that you want to actually protect consumers from. You're doing the opposite of what you said you wanted to achieve. The evidence is in. It is conclusive. It's not just the Hayne Royal Commission. ASIC, APRA, the Reserve Bank, all of them have come to the same conclusion. We need to get rid of these laws so that consumers can get a fairer go in Australia.